Here we have the current stock market analysis for Tesla Incorporated, stock ticker TSLA. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So here we have a 2-hour price chart, and we're going to take a sort of mid-range view of the stock at the moment. There are some fairly interesting developments here in terms of the Fibonacci analysis perspective. So in this price analysis video, we will be looking at some important support and resistance levels, some very specific share price levels, so that traders can hopefully use this information to develop profitable trading strategies going forward. So as we can see here, the 2-hour time frame gives us some interesting developments after share prices did manage to bounce off of this recent support zone coming in at $182. This would be the price low that was generated during the August 5 trading session. And then since then, we have seen share price movements that have reached near-term highs coming in at roughly $235. So, there is some evidence of a recovery here, but it will be important to watch some of these Fibonacci retracement zones so we can identify some potential trend changes for this stock near term. So specifically what we have here is we have the this initial price wave movement in the bullish direction, which measures prices from the lows at 138.80, moving all the way to the recent highs coming in at $271. Since then, of course, share prices have taken a major movement lower. Share prices dropped to $182 on a spike basis. However, we didn't really see a closing basis here that did manage to violate the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement of this prior bullish move. So this is important because this is what gave us the ability here to start to bounce higher and even develop some higher highs and higher lows in the process. So going forward, this 182 level will be quite significant because if we did see a break below there, at the very least, you would have to expect then a test of this prior price low and Fibonacci retracement zone at the 78.6% Fib retracement, which comes in at 167.30. So that would be the 78.6% Fib retracement of this move here. The prior bullish price move. So as things currently stand, share prices are continuing to move higher. We have seen some higher highs and higher lows that have developed in the process. And interestingly, here we have managed to sort of bounce around within a range that has been defined by some specific Fibonacci price zones. So specifically what we're looking at here is a declining move from 271 to 182. Share prices then moved to these recent highs coming in at 228.22, which roughly marks the 50% retracement of this declining bearish price move here. So this is an important price zone to watch. It's interesting that share prices did manage to meet resistance there. And then as share prices started to fall, we fell right back into a support zone, which would have previously been generated by a 23.6% Fibonacci retracement level that would have been expected to work as resistance previously. So essentially what's going on here is share prices did manage to break above this 23.6% Fib retracement and then retest it then from the top side, and share prices did manage to find support in that area. So as we can see here, share prices did bounce from this region, and this area will now mark important support zones at roughly 203.30. So we will need to watch for developments anywhere near there to the downside, because if we do see a break below that region, that would then suggest that we could be in store for a deeper retracement. So we will mark this in here, 203.30. So this will be a significant support zone here going forward. As things currently stand, we have broken above the exponential moving average cluster, and we are now coming right back into the prior resistance zone, which was marked right around $235. So if we do see a failure here, this would be a negative signal, because it would suggest that share prices are starting to form a double top resistance zone just ahead of the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement of this declining price move. So that would be roughly this area here, sort of light green line here. And it does look like share prices could be on the verge of forming a bit of a double top here somewhat soon. This hasn't really occurred yet because we haven't really seen much of a price decline from here. So it still remains to be seen whether or not that type of price formation will be developing. If we look at the indicator reading here on the 2-hour price chart, we can see that the dominant bias here does remain in the positive direction. We have seen some near-term suggestions that share price momentum could be building in the negative direction. This has been in place since roughly the share price itself managed to reach new near-term highs coming in at $271. And we have not yet seen a break below the prior trend movement that did develop in the positive direction. So what we have here essentially is a bit of a rising wedge or a symmetrical triangle pattern in the indicator reading itself. But the longer term trend trajectory here is still focused on the top side. So on the balance of the evidence here would still favor the bullish perspective. And that would be until we start to see share prices fall enough so that the indicator reading would break below this uptrend movement in the indicator reading. So if this were to occur, then we would start to expect share prices to at least see a period of sideways consolidation. However, given the strength of the recent moves higher, this could also signal a deeper retracement into the lower 200s, possibly even back into that 203.30 support zone. So overall, this negative downside reading here has been balanced out by the positive longer term reading. And we are starting to come into somewhat close contact here with the declining trending move. So, we are facing some resistance here at these upper levels. Roughly 235, as I said, we're starting to form what could be a double top resistance zone. And then in addition to that, you also have the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement. So you have all these signals up here that are starting to develop. And then at the same time, you have this potential here for the indicator reading to start to fail here relatively soon as well. So if that were to occur, it would further validate this downtrend in share price momentum. But if we were to see a break above here, this would then suggest that the underlying share price would probably break through the 61.8% fib retracement and then probably reclaim the $250 price zone. Just above here is where the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement of this declining move currently rests. So this would then be the upside target at roughly 252, assuming that all of this positive price movement were to occur. So here's the current stock market update for Tesla Incorporated, stock ticker TSLA. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.